Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, old and new. And if you're here trolling, welcome to you too. Bringing an update on Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernesto, aka Ernest Williams. We talked about him last week on Brooklyn Squad's YouTube channel. Shout out to Brooklyn Squad. Just to recap, y'all, Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernesto Williams, aka Ernest Williams, fell under investigation by the Roswell police when he and his alleged side chick here and fake attorney Erica King started bouncing checks back in 2015 when they fell behind in their rent. But then the investigation took on a horrific turn, and it turned out Mr. Williams here been locked up for more than a year for doing the unthinkable. And Shirley Strawberry been still supporting him, even wrote a letter to the judge begging for him to be released to her home, allegedly. I told y'all last week I felt like one of his victims was probably her daughter, who is now 26. And it seems, y'all, she was and is one of his victims. Not only her, but 2 of her young children, along with 9 other minor victims. Take a listen and I'll come back. The copyright laws of the United States recognizes a fair use of copyright content. Section 107 of the United States Copyright Act states, notwithstanding the provisions of sections 106 and 106A, the fair use of a copyrighted work, including such use by reproduction in copies or phone records or by any other means specified by that section for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarships, or research, is not an infringement of copyright. This video and YouTube channel in general may contain copyrighted works that were not specifically authorized to be used by the copyright holders, but which we believe in good faith are protected by federal law and the fair use doctrine for one or more of the reasons noted above.
The state is requesting a bond, knowing that he has to have a bond because it's been well over 200 days, a bond of $200,000 per count, giving us a grand total of $800,000 bond for the case involving the exploitation. There are 4 separate counts there. As standard, I would also request that there be an ankle monitor placed on Mr. Williams, as well as that he surrender his passport, not leave Fulton County, have no internet access at all, and no contact with any minors or animals. But again, he's met all of the Ayala factors. He's a flight risk, as evidenced by phone calls that we've heard.
Okay.
All right. Judge, just one more thing. If the court is inclined to grant a bond on this, which would see him released, the state does have a number of people we would be requesting no contact with as well.
Shirley Strawberry's personal life has recently become the talk of the town, and it's turning into one big, messy drama. The beloved radio host has found herself in the center of a scandal that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The source of all this chaos, none other than her husband, Ernesto Williams. But hold on to your seats, because the update we've all been eagerly anticipating has just arrived. Astonishingly, it appears that Ernesto has managed to evade arrest thus far. The lack of any information about his apprehension has cast doubt on the swirling rumors, leaving us in a state of disbelief. It's truly mind-boggling when you consider the magnitude of Ernesto's alleged misdeeds. For those who weren't aware, the news of Ernesto's fraud charges sent shockwaves through the rumor mill, but little did anyone know that this was just the beginning of a sordid saga. As the details unraveled, it became clear that Ernesto's involvement went far beyond a simple scam. It turns out he had a dark secret lurking on his computer. Authorities stumbled upon an utterly disturbing discovery, a graphic and indecent photograph involving a minor, when they seized Ernesto's computer. This revelation rocked the community to its core and thrust Shirley, his unsuspecting wife, into the spotlight. She had been living in blissful ignorance of her husband's illicit activities, but now she was forced to face the unsettling truth. But that's not all. It seems that Ernesto and Shirley's troubles extend beyond legal matters. Multiple sources reveal that they are facing another legal battle, this time as deadbeat tenants. Pacific Shore Property Management has filed a lawsuit against the couple, claiming that they rented a lavish Los Angeles house for a staggering $7,500 per month, but failed to pay rent for several months. As if that wasn't enough, they left the property in a state of utter disarray, with broken appliances, stained carpets, scratched floors, and even missing smoke detectors. It's clear that Ernesto and Shirley's disregard for their obligations extended beyond their fraudulent activities. But let's not forget the other half of this shady duo, Erica King, Ernesto's partner in crime. Together they crafted an elaborate scheme that preyed on unsuspecting victims. Posing as business experts, they promised to catapult their clients' brands, missions, life goals, and social media followings to new heights. However, once the money was handed over, Ernesto and Erica vanished into thin air, leaving their victims high and dry, without a trace of the promised services.
Actually position themselves as experts in the fields of business growth, development, coaching, things of that nature. They would then align themselves with their victims with the promise of being able to grow their...
Can you believe it? These two cunning con artists managed to swindle more than a dozen people out of over $1 million. What's even more baffling is that not a single victim had the courage to come forward and take legal action against them. It's as if Ernesto and Erica had cast a spell of fear and intimidation over their victims, leaving them paralyzed and unable to confront the criminals who had robbed them blind. But karma has a way of catching up with even the most skilled deceivers. The unraveling began with a case of rental fraud, which exposed Ernesto's web of financial misdeeds. He and Erica had a cozy little hideout adjacent to Shirley's residence, but when Ernesto conveniently stopped paying rent for several months, the homeowner had had enough and took legal action. Little did Ernesto know that this seemingly isolated incident would open the floodgates to a torrent of financial misconduct. As investigators dug deeper into Ernesto's tangled web of transactions, the shocking truth emerged. This wasn't just a one-time rental fraud, it was part of a larger, well-orchestrated scheme. Their house on Pine Grove Road became the epicenter of the investigation, revealing the extensive network of deceit that Ernesto and Erica had meticulously built. With each step along the money trail, the suspicions grew stronger. The house of cards constructed by Ernesto and Erica was on the verge of collapse, leading to their eventual arrest on fraud charges. Ernesto faced an array of jaw-dropping charges that would make any law-abiding citizen's head spin. 5 counts of conspiracy to commit a felony were slapped on him, although 2 were later dismissed. Still, the damage had been done. Ernesto's wallet took a significant hit when his bond was set at a staggering $15,000. And that's not all. He also faced additional charges, including theft by taking, operation of credit repair services, and theft by deception. It's as if scamming unsuspecting entrepreneurs wasn't enough. Ernesto had the audacity to target established business owners as well. But wait, there's more. Just when you thought the drama had reached its peak, court documents from November 18, 2021, revealed yet another deceitful act committed by Ernesto. Brace yourself for this one. He shamelessly conned a car repair service, racking up a bill of over $1,500, but less than $5,000 from Palmer Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. But brace yourselves, because here's where the story takes a dark turn. Ernesto stands accused of something even more despicable. Heinous acts committed against not just one, but a shocking total of 11 innocent minors. It's a gut-wrenching revelation that sends shockwaves through the soul. As a result, he has been ordered to stay away from the families and associates of his victims, rightfully so. But here's where the tale takes an even more sinister turn. Prepare yourselves for the heart-wrenching truth that hits far too close to home. Among his victims lies Shirley's own daughter, her precious and only child. But the nightmare doesn't end there, my friends. Brace yourselves for this harrowing detail. He didn't stop at Shirley's daughter. He also SA'd her daughter's 2 young children. Can you believe it? Anyway, as the news of Ernesto's arrest spread like wildfire, people couldn't help but wonder how Shirley, a relationship expert herself, could have been blind to her husband's misdeeds. After all, she had built a career on giving advice to others about avoiding toxic and deceitful partners. It seemed like a classic case of physician, heal thyself. But it turns out that Shirley may have known more than she let on. Whispers of her awareness of Ernesto's shady business dealings began to circulate, suggesting that she had been covering for him all along. Some speculated that her love for him had blinded her to the truth, while others believed she was complicit in his crimes. This revelation has left many questioning Shirley's judgment and integrity. How could someone who had spent years offering relationship advice end up entangled with a man involved in fraudulent activities? It seemed like a glaring contradiction, and fans and colleagues alike were eager to get some answers. Shirley's once reputable name in the television and radio industry is now under scrutiny. She had won numerous awards and accolades for her work, including the prestigious Hoodie Awards and the Radio Gracie Awards. But now her association with Ernesto's criminal activities threatens to tarnish her hard-earned reputation. It's not just Shirley's professional standing that is at stake. Her personal life has also been turned upside down. The couple's relationship, which was once seen as a fairy tale romance, has now become the subject of gossip and speculation. Shirley and Ernesto's wedding photos, once proudly displayed on their social media pages, have become a haunting reminder of a time when things seemed picture perfect. While Shirley has remained tight-lipped about the situation, fans and followers are desperate for some clarity. They want to know how much she knew about Ernesto's fraudulent schemes and whether she was an active participant or merely a victim of his deceit. The truth remains elusive, but as the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. In the midst of this scandal, Shirley's relationship with her listeners and colleagues hangs in the balance. Many wonder if she will face backlash and criticism for her association with a man involved in such shady activities. The trust she has built with her audience over the years may be shattered, and the consequences could be severe. In any case, as the investigation into Ernesto's crimes continues, more details are likely to emerge. The list of victims affected by his fraudulent activities may be longer than initially thought, leaving Shirley in an even more precarious position. Her reputation, both personal and professional, hangs in the balance, and she will need to make some difficult decisions moving forward. Will Shirley choose to stand by her husband's side, hoping for redemption and forgiveness? Or will she distance herself from him to protect her own image and career? The path she chooses will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences, not just for her, but for those who have looked up to her as a relationship expert. In the fickle world of fame and celebrity, scandals come and go. But for Shirley Strawberry, this scandal threatens to leave an indelible mark on her life and legacy. Only time will tell if she can weather the storm and emerge stronger on the other side.
Boy, oh boy. I honestly think Shirley knew. That's just my opinion. But what I have a hard time wrapping my head around is why. Why would she stay with a man, allegedly, who essayed her daughter? Her only child. Because now, years later, she left him open to ruin her grandchildren's lives as well. This is just sick. This is just sick. Like, she's almost, what is Shirley Strawberry, 60? She's so thirsty to find love. Girl, that man did not want you. He want children and animals, clearly. It just demonic. This is just sick and twisted. I hope they put his ass under the jail. Like, this is just, I'm at a loss for words. When I found out that one of the victims is her daughter, and then the other two of them is her grandchildren, that's crazy, because that tells me that the daughter told her when she was younger, and you continue to stay with this man. And then you left it open for him to do the same thing that he did to your daughter, to your grandchildren. I will never understand women like that continue to stay with men that do that. Like, I will never understand that. I will never. But y'all already know what time it is. I really want to know y'all thoughts on this. Drop down in the comments. Let's have the conversation. With that said, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And smash that notification bell so y'all see when I drop my next video. Stay blessed. Peace.